put the computer back on high performance mode, which you don't usually need for when we stream, because I've been streaming console stuff recently. There we go. Yeah, but Dragon's Dogma, you gotta have maximum power for that one. Okay, there we go. I think that saved our frame rate. And yeah, the Speedo-clad elephant in the room here is we had a request last time from Lorax, well, from somebody who may have wished to remain nameless, about a costume for Leon, and instead of Ashley. So he is still a warrior. I have switched Ashley to a sorceress, and we have a couple quests to knock out before we finish the worm hunt. But anyway, let's turn in a Prayer Falls. That's a lot of stuff we'll have to get to later. So we'll probably do those two as we go exploring. Anyway, but yeah, about Darkest Dungeon and everything. They were talking about how the hybrid of the two, with taking care of the pawns with their sanity and everything. And Drakenel was saying with how Dragon's Dogma ends anyway, play up the pawns, getting more initiative, having the Arisen manage groups of them, scouring the countryside to keep it safe, rest when they need less the rift to drive them off the wall, stuff like that. Yep, but yeah, Darkest Arisen, I can see it. Ballistics are basically magic. But yeah, basically, I almost said ballistically, basically we have two things to do before we turn in the worm hunt. We have, well, three things. We have Valmiro back in Castardus. We have to go take care of him. And we have the thief guilds, the thief clans on opposite sides of the country that we could have met before and didn't. So we are going to take care of the Dude Thieves first. And that means we start here. Wyrm hunt or worm hunt? Yep, it's the worm hunt to Sprawl. We're just gathering a bunch of night crawlers so we can go out fishing. All right, I think, did I run into him? Yeah, I did not. So let's make sure we have enough Greenwarish. Yeah, that's enough. Yep, this sad sack washed up on the beach is indeed our quarry. And he has a great, like, I think it's an animation that normally plays right before somebody dies.
It was a bad idea, please. Herbs. I need herbs.
Guess how it doesn't sound quite so glamorous.
Many thanks, Gus.
So yes, yes, ladies, Valmiro is one of the eligible bachelors of this game.
Forgive me, Gus. I guess it's nothing.
Love it. Actually has your Arisen cross your arms, just kind of, like, seriously. Okay, so that's your hint of what to do next.
I hope we'll not need repeat this at the encampment. Just the same, we best have a look.
But yeah, that's a hint of what you have to immediately do next before you can do anything else with it. Do we want to mess with these guys? Well, we should probably show off how magic works in this game. Because I don't think I've actually had Ashley as a magic using vocation yet. But yeah, basically how this works. Or no, I have. Yeah, I remember we use like Ingle to deal with the ogres. Yeah. But basically how it works is that some spells are a direct target, and like Ingle, for example, and you just hit the button, it locks on. And you can click the left stick to manually aim it if they're like out of range, or you want to target a different part of an enemy than what it locked onto. Like if you want to shoot for the head or something. But some spells don't lock on. They are targeting an area only, and the Comestian, which I've never been able to figure out what that's from. Like a lot of words are just Latin. Either they are the Latin root into a word. Basically, they turn the Latin root into a word, or it actually is a Latin word. But yeah, I have no idea where combustion is from. You know, something is comestible, that means it's edible. You know, for example, which I guess fire is a great way to consume things. They could be going with that. Sproul wants to know: is there any way to make your pawns dumber so they give you the real helpful advice? Yeah. This is a great one. It's the short answer, unfortunately, is no. You have to find pawns that have gotten to a high level as your level goes up, and let's do this one. That there, 'tis human. It's not human. It's just Valmiro. But yeah, while I was playing on Ben's account, the account where we would get Ada from, I had some rookie pawns, and one of them, when you run into a drake, which of course is the lesser dragon kind, the pawn actually said, "Is that the dragon?" It's like it's like half the size of Grigori, and the face is completely different and everything. But yeah, that's somebody. That's obviously somebody who had no stars in Dragonkin knowledge.
Eternally in your debt, Kaz. After my last trial, I thought to bring herbs of my own, but they were used all afore I took notice. Seems caution is first to go in inspiration strikes.
Ashley's having none of this
Still,
nonsense.
I count this journey a success, made more so by your fine company. Perhaps to the Witchwood next.
Yep, the dude ran out of herbs fighting the goblins and wolves. Let's have him run to the Witchwood.
Certainly has a talent for passing out.
Yeah, I guess we could keep Shumi here along because it's obvious she hasn't done any of these quests or known what. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen that treasure chest there before. Huh. Let's see what Leon has to say about that. Find him in dire straits as ever. Is Valmiro Luis? Leon does seem better with the ladies than Valmiro. I still have... Oh, I must use my pawns green warishes first, since I still have my original 6. Anyway, you could go you could get the long way around to the Witchwood, but we are going to warp to our previously established one there, and go that way. Man, I almost want to just say that one a little bit louder so Ben can just run back and smack you through the monitor sprawl about comparing a scrub like Valmiro with one of his favorite characters. I've been kind of torn about which pawn to do next after Ada, because I probably won't bring her back until we start getting the red robes and dresses later on in the game. So I'm thinking about doing either Luis, like we've been talking about, or Salazar, because there are some pretty goofy pointed hats in Dragon's Dogma. But I'm not far enough in the game to have the really goofy ones yet, so I'm thinking maybe Luis next. Let's go ahead and give this one. I think Leon should have a pickaxe. There we go. So while he's doing that, I'm going to run and do the usual routine of looting everything near Celine's house. We got that up here. Speaking of, hey there, Ben. Alright, so here. Oh, I forgot the bronze idol is right there in her house. Nice. That is a permanently lightning enchanted staff, as you might guess from the name. Alright, so that one, I think that's oregano. Let's have her make... Oh, she's sleeping? It's pretty cute. Oh, I must not have any Grancis herbs on me. Let's wake her up in the middle of the night to make some beer for us. What quest icon could that possibly be? Oh, it must be the one for... Yeah, it must be a taste to be acquired, which we can't actually do yet. Okay. So that one... And I believe what you want to do, I've done this one a couple times, but basically what you want to do is get to the top, so the furthest up you can get while still on higher ground in the Witchwood, and basically run straight that way. So you basically keep going up this way and then keep going along. Oh, mage's shoes. That's good for magic. It boosts your magic a little bit. And yeah, I don't remember if I mentioned it last time we were here, but if you destroy, there are like a bunch of effigies kind of floating around, and ooh, phantasms or something. Let's do a. Okay, well, if how do you switch targets? It's what is the button to switch? It's not the D-pad. It's there it is. Yeah, you just have to hit the stick again. All right, cool. Go to Leon. All right, go team. With a holy staff, I should do pretty much one shot at these things. But yeah, there are a series of little effigies floating around in the air, and if you destroy them, they will they will reveal part of the map, but they only stay destroyed for 7 days. Otherwise they just come back. Where did the phantoms go? Yeah, I always like coming to the Witchwood at night because hey, it is actually haunted. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Because it's haunted with, whereas if you come during the day, it's only haunted with wolves. Oh, they're still haunted with wolves at night. Okay, well, let's try to. I think we still ignore them safely. Ah, there's one. Stop. Hammer time. And once you get to the water, you know you're pretty much out of the Witchwood. So let's keep going further here, and then Valmiro should pop up pretty shortly on our way out. Right before we leave. There he is. His everything hurts. Make sure he's safe. Okay, it didn't lock onto anything, so. Kind of a loser, Valmiro. And the worst thing is for players coming here their first time that might, take the long way around. You start in Castardus, run through the encampment, work your way all the way around, and you don't have enough green wash.
I considered myself well equipped this time, truly. But my stores were heavy, the monster was quick of foot, and I lacked the everyday sense to avoid such a mess in the first place. In the future, I shall confine my explorations to the village proper. These wanderings of mine lead only to trouble. I'll straight away to home, and no delay. You have my word on this.
Okay. So next time we go to Castardus, we can follow up on Valmiro and talk to, I guess Marin might be his dad, maybe. And we need to make sure to do that before you actually turn in the worm hunt, because as we found out from that stream earlier, then it is if you have a quest not quite done, you can still forfeit it if you miss the cutoff. Yeah, all of the elements have their own little gimmick to it, and the thing for Holy is that it kind of lingers for a little bit, and then it homes in on a nearby enemy. Well, all right, let's take care of who was it that got hurt? Huh. Okay. So, what's over this way? Oh, actually, yeah, I want to just head over here. You can actually head along the back way, and you'll run into some thieves in their encampment at night, and they actually have a one of those fires you saw moving around was actually a Cyclops that they have with them. But there are some pretty high-level bandits, so I don't feel like picking a fight with all of them. So let's go up till we hit the road, and then around. Now, way back when we went this way the first time to get to the Witchwood, there are a lot of people that say, wait and go at night, and that way you have to deal with wolves instead of bandits. And, you know, while both are dangerous, especially in hard mode, wolves are only so tough. You know, they're basic wolves, and that's it. Whereas, you know, bandits you have your regular mook bandits, but you also have those level 40 guys with the Cyclops veils and shields that will completely ruin your day. So yeah, it's just something worth doing on hard mode if you're playing along is to just head here at night. And yeah, once you actually get to the fortress, all the bandits inside are peaceful. Well, peaceful might not be the right word, but at least they won't attack you.
You look able enough.
See if we can get some light on this guy.
But I've no patience for pomp. I'm a man of substance, you see. I've a policy of speaking only with folks possessed of their own will. In defeat, we've our own.
I've got free will.
Testing the strength of a fellow's will here. If you've the stomach.
And yeah, you can totally just shut the guy down. Just walk right back out the way you came, and tell him to take his Mularam hat and shove it. But
'tis actions brings a band like mine together. Results. If you would walk among us, which is to say, you'll do as you're told. So listen well.
Isn't it great when you have a band of outlaws that always has very, very tightly, defined rules?
Quash the competition. To the northwest lies a rival.
And they want to be a monopoly too, the Fiends.
See a few of their numbers laid to rest permanently. The second is to rid us of a traitor. There is one who broke his oath and left this place without.
Yeah, basically each of the groups of bandits. There's a group of there's a frat boy club of male bandits in the south, and there is a sorority of female bandits to the north. And each one of them will give you a quest to kill 10 members of the opposite group, and also do something else on the side. And you can do either one or both of those. We've already actually done the other one that the mall wants, and that's to resolve the thief situation in Castardus. As a matter of fact, I think, or the pawns not know about this one. Oh, okay. So yeah, these guys don't know how to handle it. That's fine. We can also talk to Maul about Salamet's grimoire, I believe.
Well, beautiful each in her way. A shame they haven't a scrap of principle among them. They've no will of their own. Only instinct and greed. Animals of avarice.
I think it's firmly in takes one to know one territory.
The world thinks their ilk and mine no different. The traitor who left our band is a man called Pike. He'll not have gone.
I never tried talking to him to get more info from him. There we go. Okay. So he won't tell. Yeah, I guess we'll have to make sure we don't have any other outstanding quests before he'll tell us about that one. But basically, he wants us to do. Basically, he will tell us that he has the grimoire, and no, we can't have it. And that means, of course, you go steal it from the thief. And the only reason why I'm not doing it that way is I do want to wrap up the worm hunt stuff. And the quest is locked out once you do that. So we're going to take care of it first. And in order to do so, we need to get as high up as we can, which I want to say is, yeah, this way.
Would offer a commanding view. Perhaps we
Oh, okay. The ebon neck wrap is the one I gave Ada to kind of represent her scarf thingy in Resident Evil 4. Okay, this isn't it, but we're close. It's
Mind your steps,
from
Master.
here.
This fort holds many twists and turns.
Aha, here we go. Then over, and then up. I will have to get a little bit higher. Can we? I think we can get a little bit of, not quite enough that way. Maybe. Nope. And I'm just glad that didn't drop me any lower. Death here would not be great. Yeah. Lorax is saying that the floating animation is so weird. Yes, Draconel, I do know where the Grimoire is. It is right up here. Oh, there we go. You can actually climb up there. I didn't catch that.
I've learned what to do in this quest.
And there we go. Or I could do it normally and climb the ledge behind us. Yeah, I didn't even realize that was climbable. I've always done it. I've usually done it with double jump, so I've never had to. So you can just kind of get close to it and jump up there and cling onto it, and you're done. But yeah, that will do. And then I think there's one other thing we can get up here. No, I'm probably thinking of the ladies' hideout. No, there was one thing. Grab that. Okay.
Bandits, Master.
So that takes care of everything here. Bandits, you think? So now we have a ways to go. We have to basically get all the way up there, which I'm thinking probably take that pork crystal I left at the quarry and head north from there. Yeah, that'll probably be our best bet. All right. Let's see, how are we doing on encumbrance and everything? So good. Okay. Yeah, let's hand over some stuff. Let's see, that's a rusted one. Okay. Definitely a little nervous because you're getting into some pretty tough enemies when you start heading out this way. Generally, actual quests and quest items won't mean a place accessible through only double jumps and magic float, Draconel points out. The exception being those weird under different sky quests. Yeah, and those are, as I understand it, they're kind of meant to be they're meant to be kind of challenge content stuff. And actually, I think given how close this one is to Grand Soren, I'm going to pull this port crystal and then leave it behind near Soulflare Canyon when we make it that way north. So, I think we'll just start heading up. Oh yeah, if you come this way at night, you have undead to fight instead of goblins. Where are they? Yeah, over here. But yeah, we're not gonna waste our time fighting these guys too much. I don't think they respawn infinitely, but they respawn lots, and it's not really worth your time. Said, I think there's some. Oh dear. Oh, you know what? What I really need to do here? Let's get a commission going. There we go. I gotta love it. Needless to say, as with most RPGs, undead are weak to fire and holy. I reckon it just loves walking through the forest, though, and fighting the swarms of undead. Just fun stuff. Yeah, there is definitely something to be said, especially later on in the game, when you can just, like, chew through them. Like, there is a warrior skill that is basically you kind of hold your weapon in front of you and just run across. And if that's actually enough damage to kill the enemies, it doesn't even slow you down. You just plow through them. And it is pretty awesome. I think as long as I've got my holy enchantment, might as well have a little bit of fun with this. Those guys are worth a lot of XP.
I'll take that.
You have to harvest the fat undead meat. Alright, so north we go. And I'll probably save as soon as we... Oh, I'll tell you what. This is always fun. Nice big pile of them, and... Ah! It's little things. And the big things, in the case of giant coin pouches. So grab this stuff. And, yeah, works for me. Oh, and yeah, we might get the rare chance to see a sunrise here. That's I love the time, the passage of time and stuff like that in this game. Just looks so great with the graphics here. What is he prepping for? Oh. Yep. Not really worth the time. Casual walk through the road will see about 30 to 50 undead rise up and attack. Yeah, and you probably mean the road right outside Grand Soren, right? It's just bizarre how it's like there's this like undead. It's like you know cursed ground right outside the capital, just full of undead. Who's got that? That's a. Is that an ogre? That's an ogre. I have never seen an ogre there. Well, we do need more ogre parts, and this would be a good chance to see how far we've come along, you know, offense-wise, from last time we got threatened by them. So how about we open up with an ingle to the head? Not bad, not bad. I have Frizzil equipped. I forgot to go over my spells. Oops. Yeah, Frizzil is pretty terrible. Well, let's see if I can freeze him at least. Oh, there's another ogre. That was a failure of checking my surroundings. Well, in that case, I think this justifies poisoning both of them. Oh, jeez. I have had better ideas. And I know one of them's about ready to start charging. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I should be able to hide out up here and avoid the worst of it, I think. Okay. That one's, I think, hurt more. Yeah, that one's hurt more. So let's see if I can hit him with... good old combustion. Nope. Where's the other one at? I need to make sure I don't actually get... because they can totally reach me up here. Alright. Okay, that one's actually poisoned. So hopefully between being poisoned and on fire... oh yeah, let's see if I can get a close look at it. But you can see if an ogre starts eating a man, it just kind of like grimaces and spits him back out. Let's see. Levin can stun them. That might help. Oh, that did not work. Okay, going back a little bit, Dracono meant the road in the forest. This about packed and loves it. The field of lost stuff's gone down the woods. There have been various rusty equipment you see here and there. Significant ambush in the forest at some point in time. That's a good point. Yeah, kind of like the Mornland in Eberron. Kind of reminds me of that. There's a lot of stuff gone down there before, and all you see are really the remnants of it. And it looks like the ogres aren't there this time. It's here instead. What is that? Oh, it's a sulfur saurian. You can tell with that blurry outline. Yeah, I think we can kill a couple of them, but it's interesting. I guess I loaded it. Yeah, I'm guessing they're only there at night, and it's technically day now with how the cycle works. So when we reloaded it, it didn't load the ogres back in. It loaded the daylight enemies in. But it's interesting. It's probably why I didn't know there were ogres there, because I've never, explored that part of it at night. Yeah, environmental storytelling, the game does it, yeah. Yeah, Ashley just got flying kicked off that boulder. That was one heck of a WWE spot. Yeah, she jumps off the top turnbuckle, and the ogre nails her with the missile dropkick anyway. let's see. This area down here is where I got the snakeskin purse earlier, but we have no need to do that now. Yeah, there's going to be more sulfur saurians around here now that it's daylight. Well, I think I'm just going to run past and avoid most of them, because, yeah, you all know how saurians work at this point. Turn my lantern off, too. Yeah. Oh, Drakenol mentions, yeah, the ogres, there are 3 spots or so where a pair of them spawn that only show up at night. Interesting. Yeah, I know there's one of them that's over by the Abbey, and there's actually a quest. I think your first quest to kill ogres is like, yeah, the sisters are really worried about the ogres that they're hanging out near them and also want to eat them. But yeah, you can kill ogres from anywhere, and they're still good enough for them. Unfortunately, now that it's daylight, we won't have a certain undead encounter up in the northwest over here.
They're armed, Master.
Oh, is that a bunch of? Yeah, that is a bunch of the lady bandits, so we do not want to mess with them out in the open. I'd rather fight them in a spot where we don't have to deal with the archers as much. So we're just going to bail and keep heading northwest. The spot you found them, a spot in the Abbey, and another behind the rocks opposite of the church. Okay. Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. Also, you remember Lorax, you remember in the Cursewood where they said that there's a deer? Well, there are. Oh no, I don't. Oh, I did grab the deer. All right, everybody, you got our venison. But yeah, if you head out this way in the woods at night, there is a. Is this the one I'm thinking of? We're close. There's actually the highest tier undead in the non-bitter Black Isle, basically non-DLC content, is out there. So it's probably for the best. They would have been a pretty tough customer on hard mode. And I say they because more than one can spawn. We'll take some red flowers. Deerfest can begin. Scrape yourself a deer, and yeah, exactly. All right, so take a quick look here. That's as far as I can go, as far west as I can go. So we'll start heading north now. One thing that I love about I think the magic archer skill to reveal more of the map is, normally you don't bother with it, but in a stream you don't want to explore every nook and cranny, but you still want to deal with all of the embarrassing, gray spots on your map. So it's a good way to get more territory filled, but having to go there and explore it yourself. And let's go ahead and hand off some stuff. Salvation robes. What else do we have? Bronze idol, okay. Leon can put on the mantle next to his other one. And yeah, we'll just have that. What else do we have? 4. Yeah, even with Sinew, Ashley just doesn't have a whole lot of space to work with. Yeah, I thought the Chimera was at this spot, Drakenel, but I think it's the other one. Oh dear, okay. Yeah, no getting around this group. So... Oh, that's actually a guy, isn't it? So this isn't the female squad. There's half my health in one combo. Alright. So miasma would be a good thing to... Oh, did you see that spray of yellow arrows there? Yeah, that is a... I believe that was a magic archer using hunter bolts on me. Yeah. But here's another fun thing you can do too with the area spells. You can actually hide behind something and then cast them out and around. So the next time, yeah, those guys have, yeah, that's definitely a magic archer. Okay. Let's see if I can. There we go. I don't remember this encounter at all. This is pretty crazy. Okay, from the, yeah, hits from the back. Some extra damage there. Jeez. We've got a... It's kind of neat when you can see enemies. You can see enemies using skills. Like that pause there was him using, I think, what, Dire Shot, I want to say. Okay. Do another commission. Yeah, line up, fight Leon. There we go. Way to draw some aggro there, bro. Barf. No, you don't. Ooh, jeez, that was crazy. I had no idea this was here. Yeah, the random bandits. Those are the things to watch out for on hard. Yeah, exactly, Draconel. Yeah, it is a male squad. They're pretty much right here, and I think pretty much right as we round the corner and go up is where Ophus's territory starts. So yeah, I don't think I've ever run into that group. They're just right here in the middle of the woods, kind of making camp. I guess maybe it's kind of like an Amazon thing. They just keep some men, handy for when they need the occasional rendezvous, and then nobody says anything. I think this is where the this is where the Chimera is. Now, wouldn't that be a mess if you fight the Chimera or the Fell Knights and then you actually got driven back far enough, you ran to those guys? I mean, you'd be screwed. Anyway, I think this is our first Chimera since we did the prologue. So, guys, you go get it. I will buff Leon. Oh, there he is. Or not. Oh, that was Nathan. Okay, I just saw the inn at the end there, and I thought that was Leon that just got owned. The lion is weak to fire, so if you can get a good hit on him, that'll be a great way to start the fight. And miasma to poison the entire thing. It's very different playing a mage compared to a fighter in this game. It's one thing that makes it so much fun, is you want to avoid that. Draconel was thinking maybe hard mode has more enemies scattered about, and that could be it too. They're definitely a tough group. You don't normally fight bandits with hybrid jobs like that, especially not this early. Okay, now with a little bit of room to start with, let's get Leon buffed. Ouch. I think once again I'm going to hide behind a tree and make like a tree and leaf here. Okay. One problem when you're using cover like that is it can actually intercept your line of effect on spells. He's actually eating Nathan there. Okay. Yeah, Combustion is really good for these fights because they linger in the AoE so long that you get a bunch of hits with it, and it sets the entire thing on fire, which then inflicts more damage. Yeah. And remember, you can't take actions even when a cutscene is playing. So you can use that time if you're a mage to charge up another spell. He's going to collapse and fall right about there. Okay. Oh, he's about to charge me, I think. Yeah, if you hit him with enough spells in a row, that will make you the primary target. It looks... Oh, yep. As soon as they resume aggro... yeah, there we go. I have a minute to go grab this thing. Okay, and I think, because I did survive a couple hits, let's top off the HP too. Okay. And yeah, that was a mid-tier spell. It was a mid-tier spell the goat just fired. That is Frigor, which is the ice version of Comestian and Bronzehide. There we go. That should do it soon. There we go. Ooh. So yeah, that was pretty tough, and I did get killed that first time, but not nearly as hard as these fights could be.